Live from New York, San Francisco, and the Philippines, it's the countdown to the Aaliw Awards 2020. The Aaliw Awards Foundation, a non-profit organization, was founded by Alice H. Reyes in 1976. The Aaliw Awards continues to be the only award-giving body that recognizes the best of live entertainment in the Philippines. On this episode, we're sharing updates on events about Aaliw, and we're talking to the Aaliw Award past winners and 2020 nominees. Today's show is hosted by Birdie Reyes and yours truly, Alexandra. So here we go.
Gabi na naliw ngayon, gabi na naliw ngayon, pararangalan ngayong taon. Gabi na naliw ngayon, gabi na naliw ngayon, gabi na naliw ngayon, pararangalan ngayong taon. Gabi na naliw ngayon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the journey from the first Aaliw Awards night in 1977 has not been easy. It has been fraught with challenges, which by the grace of God, we have overcome.
Gusto ko lang pong sabihin na sa lahat po ng mga nagbibigay ng parangal, katangi-tangi po ang Aaliw Awards. Dahil sila lamang po ang nagbibigay ng award sa lahat po ng klase ng performer.
Thank you to Aaliw Awards Foundation.
Thank you to Aaliw Foundation for this humbling recognition.
Maraming salamat po, Aaliw Awards Foundation.
Maraming salamat po sa Aaliw Awards Foundation.
Aaliw Awards Foundation. Thank you very much for continuing to honor not just me, but my entire family over the years that we have been involved in live entertainment.
Maraming pong salamat.
Mabuhay pong teatro, mabuhay ang Aaliw!
Winners are the cast and crew of Binondo. We have Miss Rebecca, who shared the story of her uncle, and the directors and cast.
Thank you so much for pioneering the best DJ for electronic dance music. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aaliw Awards, for recognizing all the DJs in the industry po. Thank you, nilagay niyo sa category ng awards.
That you dare to
First, we would like to thank the Aaliw Awards Foundation. But more importantly, we would like to thank this list of people. Siyempre si Mr. Eli Buendia and the team from Offshore Music.
This is a great honor. I feel kind of awkward being in the presence of a prestigious group of entertainers. So I come from the world of journalism, which usually isn't associated with entertainment.
chimney tops, that's where
Aaliw Awards for recognizing an original Filipino musical which is being utilized as a medium for education.
ang puso kong hibang at humihingi ng isang gabi.
Manager and director kay Roman Ramilo. And thank you kay Ate Lea Salonga for inspiring me to do better, and kay Ate Regine Velasquez for giving birth to me in this industry. Thank you so much. Aaliw, thank you so much. To God be the glory. Thank you.
Hey, good morning and good
Morning.
evening.
How you doing?
How you doing, Alex? How's
Good.
the
Good.
weather where you are?
Let me just say, greet everybody. I'd like to say Good evening, everyone. I'm Alexandra. How you doing, Bird?
I'm doing fine. I'm so excited for
Okay.
today's show.
Let me just clarify something about the Aaliwin Awards show. We want to first thank everybody for joining us on the special edition of the countdown to the Aaliwin Awards 2020. Actually, the show features past winners and current nominees of the Aaliwin Awards. We have an amazing show tonight with two legendary entertainers that I'm certain you're all going to enjoy. But first, let me give a quick update about the Aaliwin 2020 award show. It's been really difficult for the Aaliwin Foundation to determine whether or not to proceed with this year's Aaliwin award show in December. There was much discussion taking into account the effects of the pandemic and the desire to hold the show for the Aaliwin community. And I'm here to announce that the foundation has made the decision to move forward with the award show. That decision was based on two things. One is to give our live entertainers an event to look forward to, and two, to keep its tradition. You can be rest assured that Aaliwin will comply with government protocols at the show. I hope you're excited that we're moving forward with the show, and with that, I want to turn our attention back to the focus of tonight's program, our amazing guest. Are you excited? Because you know what? These guests are so incredible that when I heard Birdie who they were, I did a triple backflip maneuver montage off of my kitchen table and nagtatatumbling ako doon. I didn't even know I could do that.
Marunong ka mag-tumbling?
Hindi ko nga alam I could do that, pero nagawa ko kasi it's amazing. It's like the stars aligned at the right configuration to bring this show in cosmic proportion. So
wow,
I'm so thrilled. We're thrilled to announce that Leia and Ku are gonna be here.
Ang lalim ng English mo dito sa mga Pilipino. Gumaling mag-English nung nalaman niya si Leia at si Ku ang guest.
I know. Naghukay ako ng English. They're two of my personal favorites. So we're grateful to them for joining us, and it's amazing that they're here.
That's
right, Bert?
They're gonna have you guys are gonna have fun. We'll know more about them. Tsaka yung anong ginagawa nila during this pandemic time.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
do you want to give some updates on last week's shows, maybe, and what's going in and around Aaliwin?
Last week's show was co-hosted by Jennifer Lee, our Hall of Fame DJ. This show today is about, besides our two guests, Leia and Ku, it's about the Lifetime Achievement Awardees, the AHR Awardee, the reveal of the Lifetime, the AHR Awardee, and the Hall of Fame Awardees. This is tonight's show. In the meantime, what's happening in our town? What's happening during pandemic, during your time? Ano nangyayari na sa inyo dyan? May curfew na ba kayo?
We have curfew from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. So nobody can go to bars, which I don't really go to bars. Like home all the time. It doesn't really affect me. But yeah. How about you?
Ako naman, I do coach a basketball group. This little town called Bayonne, New Jersey.
Okay.
This little town called Bayonne, New Jersey is between New York and hey, Leia.
Hey,
New York and New Jersey.
I made it back.
Yeah.
Hi, Leia.
Oh,
oh no.
Anyway, let me show you what we did during before the pandemic. I have these kids that I coach basketball with. And they're in. I feel bad for them right now. Hindi sila nakakalaro or hindi na access. This group of kids, we teach them character, discipline, and all that stuff. Instead of now, the parents are calling me. When are we going to do this? But the gyms right now are not allowing us to.
Okay. So you stopped doing that?
Yeah, we're going to do this after COVID-19.
Okay.
So this team is called Bayonne Basketball. Kids, Bayonne Basketball.
Okay.
Okay.
That's sad, and we just have to do that, because we gotta protect everybody.
Yeah.
But it's unusual times.
it's our every week pinag-uusapan na nangyari. There's a new word. What are you doing during this pandemic? Pandemic is the new word now. Kasi during this time, so yan ang nangyayari ngayon.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's announce the sponsors we have. We have Novo Hair is a co-presenter with Ali Awards Foundation, Greenfield Development Corporation, Unilever, Unilever Skin Aesthetic Lifestyle. The donors are Diane De Mesa, Alma Lim, Dr. George T. Young. Media partners Manila Times, Manila Bulletin, Philippine United News, Journal Group of Companies, Chinatown TV, Wiz 31 Network, ATC Channel 31 Online TV, Beam 31 Free TV, Light TV, Happy Rich TV on YouTube. Ad agency partner, Trend Spotting, Philippine Star, Manila Bulletin, Net 25 is part of this, Light TV, and PAGCOR. PAGCOR is part of this as well. Back to you, Alex.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much to the sponsors and of course the talent. Malalim na pasasalamat natin sa lahat sa kanila. Kung hindi sa kanila, hindi pwedeng maging posible ang pagganap ng Ali Awards sa taon na ito. Salamat sa sponsors.
Yeah, it's one of the most difficult time of the year for all of us, for everyone. Pero Aliw Awards is still pursuing, tutuloy nila ito na the first live show in the Philippines. Obviously, government.
They'll follow the government protocols for the show.
So they're moving forward with this. I guess without further ado, Alex, what do you want to do?
Okay, and now for the moment you've all been waiting for. I am actually the luckiest woman in this world. I mean it, because we have with us the beloved, one of a kind entertainer, performer. It's my honor to introduce to you the goddess, diva. I'm not sure if she's
diva. She's not a
queen.
I'm just kidding.
Let's start with Queen Miss Socorro Hashim Ledesma, better known as Ku Ledesma. Is Ku in here?
So Mark, Ku. Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Don't you have the video to show first before everything else?
Oh, yes, yes.
So let's show that first.
I'm the technical director here too. So it's the amateur hour, so don't kill me. Hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hello, it's such a treat to have you.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, it's such a treat to have you. We're such a fan and welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Kamusta ka na sa unusual times na to? Kamusta ka sa pandemic? How are you doing?
We're doing very, very well. The Lord is really blessing. Atenda, Isabella, and all our people here. Pati ako, syempre, kasama dyan.
Kasama mo na kami.
Dasal lang ang kailangan nating gawin. Dasal ng dasal. Oo. Kasi it's a preparation for something. As a believer kasi, it is actually prophesied that this is already the introduction to the end times. So whatever that means, read the Bible, you will know the hidden secrets of God. Yun.
Alam mo, today's show is like sabi ni Alexander earlier, this is like a stars in alignment. Wala pang, hindi pa nag-uumpisa, there's like 100 people like online blogging now, like questioning. Kayo talaga, kayong dalawa is one. This is since I think Leia was 9 years old when you first played together, right?
Yes.
But Ku was like 9 years old too, I think.
No, hindi naman. 15 naman.
I thought you were 9.
But yeah, it was a fun concert. It was my first big one, I believe. It was in no, it wasn't Araneta that she was part of. Celebrity Sports. Yes. And
Pwede natin pakita ng konti.
Yes, show the video.
Okay, hang on, all right? Let me.
Yeah, let's show the video.
No, yes, yes.
Reminds me a lot of myself when I was a child. You see, I think the most important right of a child is the right to dream. And when I was a kid, I used to dream a lot of becoming a performer. Unlike many other children, this child is already realizing her dream. And she's only 9 years old, but already a star of the acclaimed musical Annie. Please welcome Leia Salonga.
The sun will come.
Yan.
Yung bata maliit pa, at saka porsigido na.
I know, di ba?
Hindi siya nahihiya. She really knew what she wanted.
I think let's bring her in as well. Okay. She's an international musical superstar, over 40 years in the business. She's, I guess, what words could we describe her? Phenomenal, renowned, grounded, masaya, magaling, katangi-tangi, very, very hardworking. She has a Tony, she has a Rob, she has a 13-year-old, and she also has an Aliw. Ladies and gentlemen.
Nakalimutan mo yung Lawrence Olivier.
It's nice.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Leia Salonga. Hi, Leia.
Hey, Leia.
How are you?
I think her streaming is, she's having a hard time on the stream.
Yeah.
We're going to go back again.
Yeah, we'll connect with her again.
Got it.
I have a question for you, Kuli. You know, me and my friends are really big fans of yours. My friends used to go to all your concerts, emulate you when they're singing karaoke. I used to do that too. Tapos, my friend used to pretend she was you and everything, like bordering na nga sa stalking. But the thing is like, she wanted me to ask you tonight, as fans look up to you as an artist, who do you idolize or look up to? And that's the first question that she has.
Oh, maybe let's phrase the question. Who are my favorites? Kasi ngayon, as a Christian, wala na akong idols. Anyway, you know, for the local, my favorites are, well, Gary Valenciano's there, Regine, who are very good friends of mine. I love Lani, Shasha Padilla, and for, you know, the young people, Jonah is fabulous. I mean, she's so gifted, you know. People should really find out about, you know, more people should find out about her. And for the Americans, actually right now, Justin Bieber, because he's become truly a follower of Jesus, and he is so talented. I mean, you know who else? Well, you know, Barbara Streisand was one of the, you know, artists that I followed, and I learned singing from her. The placement that she did, I used to copy her a lot, and so it taught me how to place my voice as well. And Michael Jackson was one of my favorites. Diana Ross when we were starting, and then later on, it just went to Seal. He's one of my favorites. I think he's an amazing performer. at least vocal performance. Yeah.
So, as I was reflecting about your career, my queen, Miss Ledesma, while I was listening to your earlier albums, I remembered when you really broke out in the Filipino music scene. You kind of broke the mold for Filipino singers. I think that this is a layperson's perspective, though. What struck me most is that you made it kind of okay for like Filipino singers to sing American songs, and it became more mainstream, more acceptable for Filipino artists to sing American songs. And after that, I think there was a deluge of singers that were able to sing these songs,
remakes of international songs. And
do
also,
you think that you had that impact on the Filipino scene? Did you realize that?
Well, I think, yeah. Well, I think that the the releases that I did that were Filipino composed, like the ones of George Canseco, had so much more impact. I mean, because mas masa, it is the sentiments of the Filipino when you sing Tagalog songs. Iba pa rin yun eh. Iba pa rin yun kesa sa dun sa mga, English,
But I remember you sang like Betcha by Golly Wow, Home, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. You even sang it, like, for me, better than even the original artist.
Wow naman. Really?
Seriously.
Oh, thank you. Pero alam mo, ano yun eh, they were our start-up songs, because we were in a band. And so, syempre, nahasa kami. We didn't have original songs. And so, we were looking to radio hits that the Filipinos loved to hear because they're truly fans of American hits. They were the top 40s, and they would hear it a lot on the radio. Pero, ang ganda ng nangyayari sa ating radio now, our local radios here, that they are supporting, more Filipino hits, young people. Hindi na kailangang katulad no na super ganda ka, sexy ka. Ngayon, kahit a little overweight ka, kahit malaki ka pa, whatever, people admire the artistry in the person, and they really follow them. There's really a big following for original Filipino music now. Thank God. But I have to thank people like Valencia, Teodoro Valencia, who when I was doing the 6 Metro Pop, the song of Odette Quesada, Till I Met You, he was the one who was supporting Filipino music sa radio. There was a percentage that it had to be, Filipino music, and the Filipino songs, OPM flourished at that time. I wish there was a padrino now that would be like that, na talagang magkaroon ng rule ang radio natin. Patugtog ng mas maraming, Filipino composers.
Yeah. Alam mo, one of my favorite songs of yours is in Tagalog. Every time, turn off that phone. Every time na napatugtog ka, you break my heart. Hindi mo kasalanan. The song Sana. Sana is
Sana, yeah.
When I was young, Sana in love na rin ako. Like, it makes me like, oh, Sana. That song is, even up to now, I still play it. I play it
really?
Yeah. I love that song.
For me, my favorite is Magbalik Ka Na Mahal.
Oh, one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Ryan Tayabyab, Bien Lombera, yes, from Ramahari.
I mean, I love all your songs when you sing it, but that really,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Who's that? Is that there, Paul?
I think it's
so
my
let me
computer.
answer that. So you have a video to show first, or you want to show? Let's announce the Lifetime Achievement awardees right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This will take 5 minutes. This show is about the Lifetime Achievement awardees. Lifetime Achievement awardees. Maris, you ready?
Tingnan ng konting,
Maris. Okay, for a Lifetime Achievement Awardee is Bert Nivera, Arsenio Nick Lizazo, Chairman of the National Commission for Culture and Arts, Doris Guillen, Ivy Violan,
I don't know,
and Aaliwin Fiesta.
but it's going to be mine.
For our AHR Achievement Awardee, it's Miss
I know.
Belita Corrales. And for our Hall of Fame awardees is Attorney Vince Tañada as Best Actor, Louis Ignacio as Best Musical Director, and Binondo is a Chinoy Musical as Best Musical. They are the Hall of Fame awardees for December 8th. Thank you very much.
All right. Should we do the player pass?
Do you have a video?
Okay, we created this show. I mean, this game called Player Pass. It's a fun quiz show that we have 10 questions. You can either play or pass. You can only pass twice. It's not any controversial questions. Are you game ka?
Do I have a choice?
Wala.
Okay.
Okay, game.
I don't know what to do with this thing, huh? Wait. Oh, okay, so it's gone.
Okay, game ka na? Dala.
Okay, in the game.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
What's the best compliment you've received?
Oh, gosh. Well, the best compliment, of course, is after a show when walang, when there's a unanimous, compliment from everyone after a show that was a great show. You really did well. Stuff like that. But I tell you, as a Christian, the best compliment I ever received is that parang walang mahirap sa'yo, Ku. You know what I mean? Because
parang walang mahirap sa'yo.
Because I have cultivated a positive attitude, positive thinking, and I like to, speak life words. People, I want to influence people in that way.
Pero parang walang mahirap sa'yo.
Totoo yun. Wala. All things are possible to them who believe, sabi nga ng Diyos.
As long as you have God on your side. Yep.
Amen. Oo. Totoo yun.
Okay. If you could describe yourself in 5 words, which words would you use?
5 words.
I can do that for you.
Okay. Strong, brave. I believe I was created beautiful, inside and out.
I agree.
I am an influencer and very positive.
Nice. Where's my claps, Birdie?
Hey,
okay, if you could only have one sense, like sight, smell, hearing, what would it be?
It would be my sight.
Bakit?
Because I also paint.
Okay.
And so if that was when I was young, no, I would still choose sight. Sight. Yeah. Iba yun eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What songs always get you on the dance floor?
Boogie Woogie. I Will Survive. Nahalata yung edad, no?
Sa akin, Show Me Love by Robin S.
Oh, okay.
What is the most beautiful place you've ever seen?
Wow, the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Sabi ng mga kasama ko dito, hacienda daw. Sobra namang ano yan. Wow, I can't even... Ang dami-dami naman, ano.
Except sa Hacienda.
Yeah. The most beautiful place I've ever seen. I'll tell you, when I was doing Ako Ay Pilipino, we went to, I forget the name, but because I rode a helicopter going to where the, yung mga, huh? No, yung mga, oh wow, in Mindanao, actually.
Mindanao.
Because I saw the waterfalls and all that, all the beautiful natural beauty of our country, untouched.
Nice. Sana we can do that too right now. Someday, diba? A genie gives you 3 wishes. What are they?
That our country would come to know Jesus Christ. That second, that the children will be saved from molestation, that our government would give their all in the service of our country.
Nice. But do you think you should run for office?
You'll never know.
I'll vote for you.
I will only have to follow God. But right now, it's still,
Well, if you do, we're gonna magkakampanya kami ni Birdies for you. Di ba, Bird?
Promise.
Okay, what makes you laugh most?
Wow. I love comedies. I love comedy shows, movies. I love movies.
Who's your favorite comedian mo? Foreign or local?
Well, for the stand-up, I don't want to say just one. Kasi marami ako gusto eh, But Mitch Valdez can really crack me up. Yeah. I'm a fan.
Mitch Valdez, yeah.
Yeah, nakakatawa si Mitch. What career advice would you give yourself, your younger self?
My younger self, I would have joined Bible classes. Because, the Bible is where life comes from, yung real life through Jesus Christ. And, even as a young girl at 14, I already received him as my Lord and Savior, but I became too busy. I didn't know the importance of the Word of God in my life. I only came to know Jesus when I was so broken because I got separated from my husband. And I was already 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's always like that, right? Like we all are connected to God, but we all get, after all the struggles and pain, dun tayo mas kumakapit. And the beauty is it's in with you, like longer now, right? Like it's in your life now.
Yes. And I believe, it's something that cannot be stolen from you. That is a forever thing. Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. We should really spread the good news.
Yes. Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, and
correct.
Lalo na sa don't wag mong maalala ang Diyos sa not only sa pagkahihirap, ako sa your good times.
Yeah.
In your good times, you should remember it.
Yes.
Let me say something. Leia is coming back. Ang dami nagka-question. She's coming back. Her StreamYard is just but she said she told hang in there. Ang dami silang fan. Rose Bolano.
Di ba ako tapos, Birdie, sa questions?
I know. Sorry. Just Rose Bolano said, cool the diva. Abigail Olivia, Miss Cool. I'm just reading. Go ahead. Finish your question. Go ahead.
All right.
Alex.
This questions is trying to get to know Ku better. That's why I'm asking these questions.
No, it's good. It's good.
What qualities do you value most in your friends?
Wow. Syempre, yung faithfulness, honesty, making time for each other. That's very important for me.
Do you sing in the shower? What songs do you sing?
I sing all the time. I sing my favorite songs in the shower, but I have a lot of favorite songs that are worship songs. I believe that it's the power that we have, you know, when we worship God, it really brings in the presence of God.
Money or fame?
Fame.
Okay.
Money can buy fame.
No, Bert.
Sabi ko, money can buy fame.
Money can buy
No,
fame.
fame brings money.
Yes, yeah. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
The chicken.
The chicken.
Eh, paano naman maging chicken yan without the egg?
Paano mo-
God gave.
It's like
Yeah.
money and fame. Go ahead, your question.
Okay. Least favorite word and favorite word.
Hate.
Hate?
Yeah.
Strong word.
Yeah, I don't
That's
like
the least
to use
favorite.
any of that for anything that comes to my life, whatever it is.
What turns you off?
People who slander others, people who talk about ill talk about others, you know, because that is a false accusation, and it's actually something the Lord frowns at.
Last question. Who has the biggest impact in your career?
Wow. Isa lang?
God.
Only God. I mean, God is the orchestrator, the great orchestrator that brings people into your life. So if you have a great relationship with God, you can ask for anything from Him.
Yay, clapbird.
You could have done a lot of career, lifetime moves, right? You could have been a nurse. You could have been a painter.
She is a painter.
I am a painter.
You're a painter, but
I went back to my, my favorite thing that I used to do when I was in high school.
yeah, very magaling na painter.
Yeah, di ba meron kang you had an exhibit or something like 3 years ago?
Yes, I've had four exhibits.
Yeah. Wanted to thank you for indulging us with these questions kasi yan na si Leia, I think.
So,
hi, Leia.
Hello, Leia.
Oh, good Lord, this took forever.
At least you're here.
At least you're here. Isa ku, Leia, Leia ku.
Hi!
Hi! Hi!
Mabuti na lang ako, meron akong techie na mga tao sa tabi ko kasi forget it, this is not something I'm interested in, you know?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing I had other devices that I could use. So I'm good. I'm going to see if I can change this into landscape. So, pardon me.
Grinil na namin si Ku.
Pardon?
Yeah, it is
Grinil
what
na
it is.
namin si Ku.
We
grilled her already.
We showed.
Okay, so I guess
Leia,
it's my turn.
Yeah, Leia, we showed nung 9 years old ka in Ku's concert.
Yeah, I think that's just been going all over the internet like crazy. And yeah, I remember it being a good time.
Have you guys
having a great
worked
time
together after that?
I think we may have, but nothing like that. No.
I'd love to have a concert with Leia. I hope mapaunlakan niya ako. Ako naman ang humingi. Kasi yung mother niya ang humingi. Ako naman. Kasi it's actually my 40th year last year, but then I was going to do my 40th celebration this year. So I'm hopeful that the pandemic is going to be over.
Yeah, I think we're all wishing it. I think everybody's wishing it, but everybody has to do their part to make it go away. You know, I mean, what does my mom say? She says, "Anak, God helps those who help themselves." I mean, we can pray, but we can't pray in a vacuum. I mean, we can't like pray and then not do anything, not do our part also. Diba?
Bird, I think Leia's talking to you. No, just kidding.
Huh?
I said, Bird, I think Leia's talking to you.
Why? What did I do? What did I say? Did I say something wrong?
No, you didn't say anything.
I'm joking with my brother because I saw him walking around outside in Jersey City when we had the show last week, and he didn't have a mask.
In Atlantic City, it was in Atlantic.
Oh.
He's gonna ring your head.
No,
The specific word in the Bible is faith without works is dead. So
Yes,
dapat
that's it.
because we're made of a physical body, the mind, body, soul, and spirit. We also have to take care of our bodies, to take care
Yeah.
of, you know,
And
yeah.
it's about taking an active part in that, you know? There are a lot of folks who they pray, but there's no action, there's no works that go behind it. And so wala rin. It's like,
pero
you know, there has the two have to go hand in hand. So that thing that my mom constantly tells me, I mean, that's something that's stuck in there. And you know, she's an extremely prayerful woman, but she always says
Good.
if there's nothing behind it, then
walang mangyayari.
it makes no sense.
Kamusta naman ang pandemic in you guys, your world? I know live entertainment is not there right now, but it also
Yeah.
has nabigyan ng ibang, you know, you're more close to your family, nagluluto kayo and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse. I mean, I don't like that I've been robbed of my livelihood, and I say that, you know, in the same way that many other performers
Oh my gosh.
are not able to do what it is that they love to do
Yes.
and to make a living at it.
Musician.
You know, yeah. So there's a lot of musicians that are out of work, a lot of backstage people, especially them.
Yeah.
A lot of freelancers who have only that source of income on which they can depend. There are many of us who are able to, you know, who to tide this over and everything will be okay. But there are a lot of other people who are just unable to. So yeah, I feel for those people. There are those of us who are just having it tough, having a
Yeah.
really tough time.
New York,
And that's a lot of people in our industry all over the world. It's not just
Yeah.
in the Philippines.
New York City, Broadway has been shut down. Yun,
Yep.
talagang we've never seen that. Like na
Not in my
imagine those
lifetime for
people
sure.
working there. That was that's always open, but now, you know, not like you said, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, everywhere in the world.
Oh, kahit naman saan sa mundo, like the West End, I think there are some theaters that have opened up for a few things, but Broadway is completely
Yeah.
shut down until they get those numbers under control. And I think it's going to be a while before they do. Broadway can't get back up and running. So, yeah. So I don't know which shows are going to reopen. I don't know which ones are going to ultimately close. I think there have been a few show closings while this pandemic was going on. So, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what other people are gonna do. But yeah, it's tough for a lot of people.
Okay, Leia, I'm gonna do this hit and run question, the same
Oh,
way that
okay.
you had. Like this is
Not pass, player pass?
it's the same thing, but
Okay.
whatever comes up to your head, that's you.
Okay.
Sagot mo yan, okay?
Right. All right.
All right. Fantine or Kim?
Fontaine. I mean, that's a really un-PC thing to say because
Yeah.
I should be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I am. But the acting challenge in Fontaine is very different. And I think, and also I have a, you know, I mean, I did it just after I gave birth to my daughter, so there's a significance to it, and it's also just 25 minutes on stage, so it's infinitely easier to do. And I made some really wonderful friends out of it. But Kim is a vocal and emotional beast. As grateful as I am, it's really, really tough to do.
Which
So Fontaine, I think.
which is closest to you as personality wise? Kim is so
Personality
open.
wise,
I think
hard to say. It's hard to say because I don't think either of them is really like me. But if I was to pick the one that's closer, I don't know because because I'm not about to kill myself because I'm in love with a man. I mean, that's just not my personality. So I probably would have to say neither of them.
Neither. Of course, this one, Les Mis or Miss Saigon?
Oh, Les Mis. I think it might be the first musical I ever really got obsessed with. Like as a fan, as a massive fan. This generation, for example, has Hamilton. The
Yeah.
generation before had Wicked. I had Les Mis.
Les Mis
And
is
that's
timeless.
that's probably like the first show. Well, not maybe the first show, but certainly the show that I memorized the whole thing of the
Yeah.
long version of the show, of the 3 hour and 15-minute version. I memorized it
You have the
just
movie
because I've seen the movie. And I'm going to be biased to the
play.
stage version. Yeah. Because
Did
there's just a fluidity to
Did
it
you
and a
memorize
flow.
the music before you became one of the characters there? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I learned on my own to audition for Miss Saigon.
Okay.
So yeah. However, once I started listening to Les Mis, that's when I just got myself hooked.
Ang galing.
And I was hooked
Ako rin eh.
bad.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Ikaw, you did. My daughter grew up with Mulan, your voice.
Right.
She's 21 now. She, like I said, this.
Yeah. I mean, Mulan is, how old is she? 22 years old. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So my
a
daughter's
tiny bit older than your daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Adobo or
daughter is 22 years old.
Not my daughter,
my
Birdie's
daughter's
daughter.
21. Yeah. Mulan is 22 years old.
Mulan is 22 years old.
Oh, okay.
Adobo or sinigang?
Depends what kind of sinigang.
Pork sinigang.
Then it's adobo.
One role that you really want to play that you haven't played yet.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question, though. I mean, I later on I'll probably end up doing Mama Rose when I get to be the right age for it. I don't think I'm there yet. I just got to play Mrs. Lovett, so that was one role off of my bucket list. I don't know. I don't know if there is.
You could
Mama
be
Rose
good
would
at-
probably be the next one.
Or Mary Poppins.
Oh gosh,
love
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have the physical stamina for it because I mean, there's the flying and there's the harnesses and there's all the dancing and then there's the tap and there's
Yeah.
the dialect and singing with a very more classical sounding, with the more classical sound. I don't know. I mean, if I was maybe
Younger.
15, 20 years younger, it would be a yes.
We did.
But yeah.
Pinanood ko yung Spider-Man in Broadway in New York. It didn't last because of that. Like marami silang hanging on the crowd. Like,
That
it was
and the injuries.
the
Yeah.
injury. Pero it was so amazing one day. But I knew it wouldn't last because the actors are.
Yeah. It's expensive.
But it was cool. Leia, you're revered as Broadway royalty. I mean, seriously. I mean, I listened to one of it's Sirius XM. You got interviewed by Michelle Collins.
Yeah, that was so much fun. She's so much fun.
She's so funny. Like she's one of my favorite comedians, and I listened to a lot of the podcasts that you were interviewed, and you did win a Tony in your first major role in Broadway, and no one does that. It's really remarkable. And
I got lucky.
Very
I got
rare.
very lucky. It's rare, but it's not. But not. I don't think I'm the first person to do it, and I'm certainly not going to be the last. But yeah.
How was winning?
I was lucky.
Yeah. How was winning the Broadway's highest award like shape your performance on how you think you're gonna get future roles? Like, do you think about?
Here's the thing. My attitude about awards is probably very different from how a lot of other people see awards. There are people who seem to hurdle themselves and work so hard for the award. I work for the work. I like the work, and my thing is that do good work, and that's the reward. It's being able to get up on the stage and do good work and make people happy and entertain them and take them away to another world, even for just a few hours. the awards are kind of, it's icing on the cake, but it never guarantees your next job. It's not a guarantee of anything. And, you know, and that's a lesson that I learned quite early on. I mean, awards are nice, you know, and I'm aware that this is Aaliwin Kita and that we're being, you know, that we're talking about this, and the Aaliw Awards are kind of a huge deal for a lot of people. But I guess my attitude is, you know, that is it, the awards are recognition for good work. They always are. It's recognition for the work that you've done, but it's not a guarantee of anything.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it should not, you know, it should not be the be all and end all as you create and continue to create art. I mean,
All right, let me go
it's
back
really
to
all
the
about
question.
the work.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back to the questions that we still have 5 more questions for you.
Okay.
Your favorite movie?
Do I have a favorite movie? Oh, I have
Do
a
you have
few
one?
favorite movies. I have a
Play,
few.
play big.
The Wizard of Oz is one of them. Just when the first time I saw it go from black and white into color, my jaw just hit the floor. Beauty and the Beast, the animated version.
Oh yeah.
That's like that
Yeah.
was it.
That
Oh
was
man,
the
every time I
animated.
see it, I cry.
Yeah.
I
I
I, I
watched that
cry.
because of my daughter. I watched that. That's the
Yeah.
animated one. The animated one.
The animated one. Yeah, for me, Beauty and the Beast, it's just got the most amazing score.
Yeah.
That movie score is just breathtaking and beautiful. Let's see, what
Do you watch that
other.
with your daughter?
Oh yeah, I have. We've
Yeah.
watched it together. What other movies do I love a lot of the Marvel
Yeah.
Cinematic Universe. I loved Black Panther,
Too bad.
Avengers.
How about the
Endgame was so good.
Mulan? The Mulan doesn't have any. It's instrumental. What do you think about that?
I didn't have a problem with it. I liked that it was very different from the animated feature, so that these two films could be looked at as very separate experiences. Yeah, I'll always be biased towards the animated version of it,
Yeah.
because I worked on it. That said, though, it was just the cinematography was gorgeous. So many good-looking men in that. Yeah, and it made me feel okay. So we have Asian men who are, you know, handsome, and there are those who are funny and those who are paternal. We're not seeing just one version of, you know, what these characters are supposed to be. So it's like, so I had a good time watching it, but I'll always be biased towards the animated feature.
I like that
Always.
animated too.
What would you do? What would you tell your 18-year-old self?
My 18-year-old self.
Yeah.
Take the voice lessons seriously. They will save your life. That's one. Number two, don't take any of this too seriously. It's supposed to be fun, too. And number three, keep a sense of humor. It will serve you well throughout your career.
Sounds like your 18-year-old self was so strict.
I was much more serious as
Yeah.
an 18-year-old. Yeah, my brother tells me that I was much more serious as a younger person. Yeah,
Which
I guess
brings
I was just serious.
this next question: Assassin's Creed or Super Mario?
Assassin's Creed. I mean, what kind of question is that?
I just want to know. She loves
Valhalla just came out. I mean, come on now.
You like multiplayer or single player?
I like single player. I'm not into multiplayer games. My daughter does the multiplayer thing. I'm not into it. I guess I'm just not into cooperating well with other people. I'd much rather cooperate in person working on a show. And when I'm playing a video game, I would much rather do it as a solitary activity.
Yeah.
That's just me.
What is it about gaming that interests you?
It's escape.
Okay.
That's really all it is. It's escapist art. And in a lot of ways, a lot of art is an escape from the real world, where you get to say, look at a painting, listen to a singer, watch a musical or a film or play a game, and you're sucked into a whole different environment. And I just find it a lot of fun. I find it very cathartic. I mean, some of the games that I get to play are quite violent and bloody, but that doesn't really bother me. I mean, I'm not desensitized to the real thing, but it's nice when you are able to vanquish the bad guy.
Meron akong
There's
tanong.
something about it. It feels very fulfilling.
I have another question. It popped up on Facebook. Ask about Leia and Aga.
What about it?
I don't know. It
I
says
don't
ask about
understand.
it.
Oh, I think people are clamoring for a third movie. Please don't wait for that. I mean, we have better things to do with our time. But I mean, the more serious answer is that if there is a script that the both of us fall in love with, then we will feel compelled to make another movie. I don't want to do something just for the sake of doing something. It just feels empty. And because the last movie that the two of us did was, it's so beloved and is considered a classic, it wouldn't feel right if we did something just for the sake of doing something. There needs to be it needs to be fulfilling for us artistically. It needs to be something that we'll both have a great time doing. So there has to be a really, really good reason, and it has to be a really, really good script. Otherwise, bakit pa ba? Why? And there are so many artists who are creating films that I think people need to see.
Another question is, what is the best part of being a voice coach?
Oh, a coach on The Voice.
Yes.
The best part is when you when you hear a voice that gives you goosebumps, and to hear somebody that makes you want to hit that red button. And it's always a thrill. It's always so thrilling. I mean, that's why we've been able to do it for that many seasons. And it's always so exciting when you hear a voice and you fight tooth and nail to try to get that person to join your team, because there is that recognition of something magical. So yeah, it's always exciting. So that's probably the best part. The blind auditions are the best part. And then the next best one is when you actually start coaching this young person and you watch them develop, you watch them improve and grow along with you. And it's, and then there is a commitment that the two of you have with one another, or that you and your whole team have with each other, to be constantly supportive. And it's just an experience, I willingly put myself through every time we get a new season. And I'm hoping that we have another one.
I have a question again, and then I'll ask Ku another question.
Wait, let me finish my.
Okay, yes.
Oh, you still have
Exactly.
your...
Yeah, I'm so she
Sorry.
because people are still asking questions. Like, actually,
Okay.
that's
A lot of people are asking on the.
Where did everybody go?
Most embarrassing moment on stage for you.
Okay. It's like everybody disappeared. I have no idea what's going
What
on.
do you mean we're here?
I can't hear you.
Oh,
Can you hear us?
I could hear you. We could hear you. Leia, everybody could hear you. Leia.
Okay. Let me ask you something, because somebody asked me.
Yeah.
What is the thing you miss about the glory days of recording industry when there were still vinyl and cassettes? That's the question.
What do I miss about it?
Yes. What's the thing you miss about the glory
What do I
days?
miss about recording?
Yes.
I miss it. I miss it badly. But you know what? Vinyls now are being sold for a lot of money. But I've collected a lot of vinyls only because I love the idea of having a beautiful cover the inner sheet, the idea of putting a dedication to your fans. I miss it because it was something that was nice to keep rather than just you're gonna press a button and you go to Spotify and listen
Yeah.
to a song.
Leia, you can hear us? Not yet.
Leia?
You hear us?
Leia, can you hear us?
No, not yet. She's gonna come back.
May mga question pa sa'yo, Ku.
Yeah.
If you weren't a live performer, what would you be?
A recording artist. I have to sing.
Good now, Leia?
I have to, do something with what God has given me. So if I'm not a live performer, but you know what? I do believe that I'm so much better live because there's an interaction. I believe that, I love that better when I can sing live. So for recordings, of course, you can cure it. You can, you can study it well and all that.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. But singing live has a magic to it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. That's, I think, for live entertainers kayo, like since the episode started, lahat ng performers wanted live talaga to hear.
Oo, yes.
Mm-mm.
Kaya they
For
are
sure.
disappointed pag may mga nagli-lip sync.
Yeah.
But some people don't care also. Basta, fans kanila,
Leia, we go back
Yeah.
to most embarrassing moment
Oh,
on
I don't
stage.
know. On stage. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
She only remembers the good. She doesn't.
Maybe that's it.
Because
Maybe that's it. Maybe
there's so
maybe
many
I just
good.
shut out all of the
Yeah.
bad stuff that happens, or it has to be really really bad for me to retain it.
Yeah.
So if it's just kind of bad, then it'll just disappear.
So I guess it goes to what most memorable moment.
Oh, goodness. Probably the first time I sang after I gave birth to my daughter. Probably. I mean, that I remember what those emotions were like. And it was crazy. It was hard to rein in, what my emotions were. I had to actually kind of step out of myself in order to do the gig properly. I was having a really hard time. Because I would just find myself way too engulfed by the song I was singing to do the gig. I was asked to sing I Give My Life for You from Miss Saigon. And this was 3 months after I gave birth to my daughter. And it's a song that you sing to your child. And
Yeah.
I was just completely undone in rehearsal.
Yeah.
So I needed to kind of step away from it for a little bit just so I could sing the song properly. I mean, now I'm able to figure my emotions out a little better. But yeah, and
Yeah, so the word,
it's
the
something
lyric,
I share. Yeah, I
yeah.
share this in common with a few other women that have played this same role. I think they all have the same this experience that you just get completely overwhelmed by your emotions with that song.
Dream performance. Who would you perform with? Anybody in the world.
Oh, I've actually been asked that, and I've said Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy. He's not just he's not just he's not just the Family Guy. It's not just the funny guy.
Or
he had a movie, it
his
could be different
yeah.
characters.
He's got an amazing voice. Number one, just incredibly talented, and my God, the singing voice that he has, it's just beyond. It's beyond. It's amazing. It's incredible.
He is known as an actor, not as a singer.
Yeah, he's known as an actor. He's known as the creator of Family Guy and American Dad.
Yep.
And he's done a lot of, and he's also directed, and he stars in movies and a TV show as himself, where you can actually see his face. But he also released albums of standards with a big band and fully orchestrated. And that's the stuff. I don't know if a lot of people are aware that he does that, but it's just fabulous. It's
I forgot
it's old-timey music,
Yes.
but it's not the, the stuff that gets played over and over again. You're not going to hear him singing My Way anytime soon, I think. Because what's the point? So he says that he tries to, in an interview I read, he tries to pick music that's not so overdone or often done. And so it feels like something really, really new. So yeah, I definitely would like to work with him someday.
Have you met him?
I've met him once, but very briefly. And I think it was a celebration at the Cafe Carlisle. A lot of people were drinking. I wasn't drinking.
Was that the
And
one
so I
when
think
you're-
people were just kind of, I
Was that
don't
the
know
one
that
that-
he remembers it.
Was that the one that you were singing with Chris Darren, or was that Darren Chris?
Darren Chris?
Yeah.
Darren took me to that party, and he and I didn't sing together at that party. We sang together at a couple of other places. There's a place called Marie's Crisis in the West Village, which I would recommend people to go there once this pandemic is over, just because it's a good time. It's basically like musical theater karaoke. There's somebody at the piano playing, and people can just sing at will.
Yeah.
So Darren got to the piano and started playing A Whole New World, and we got to sing together.
Yeah, that was
So
amazing.
that was just so much
Yeah.
fun. And I remember just being in New York for a corporate gig, and then we got together for dinner with a few other people, like his brother's wife, and a couple of other friends, and we all just decided, let's go to Marie's Crisis. And I'm like, what is that? And he's like, you've never been? Then I have to take you. So we went, and it was just a fun night. And I think there were people with their phones taking video of us singing A Whole New
Yeah.
World. So it's on YouTube.
It is. You've performed in front of the Queen, 3 presidents, and now President-elect Biden. Can you tell us?
I actually never performed in front of President-elect Biden. I got to socialize with President-elect Biden.
I saw a picture of you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was sitting behind me at the Tony Awards in 2017. His wife was a presenter. I was also a presenter. So it was my best friend and I were sitting together, and then we look behind us, and it's former Vice President Joseph Biden. And it turned out to be one of the most entertaining parts of my night. Because every time a commercial break would come along, here came his head in between me and my friend. He would where the heck, and okay, here we go. He would just like talk to us in the commercial break. It was just funny. He's like the cool uncle at a party. So it made me so happy, and I felt so privileged to be able to meet him.
All right, last question on the 10 questions.
And I can't hear you again. Hang on. I have to get out, and then I'll come back in. So please bear with me. Okay. So
We could hear. So yeah,
timer done. Dun, dun.
There you go.
There I am.
Okay, last question of the 10 questions. If you're trapped in a foxhole, what person you want to be there to help you get out?
If I'm trapped in a foxhole, who would I? How did I get into this foxhole in the first place? What kind of question is that?
It's basically, who do you trust to save you in your life?
I would trust somebody.
How about a boat? Sinking boat.
It's not a literal question.
I mean, I would trust somebody who is physically able to get me out of there. Definitely somebody, I think, like, I don't know, Black Ops, Delta Force, somebody from a Marine, ideally somebody who with military experience and someone who's unafraid. I mean, a foxhole usually means I'm in the middle of some kind of battlefield. So
well, put it this way, like,
or war.
When you have problems in your life, who would you trust more? Basically, that's the question. To help you get out of that
Then you
problem.
should have just phrased it that way. I mean, I have a gang of some really, really incredible friends.
Yeah.
Like my best friend is in New York City, and we have been best friends since we were both around in our mid-20s, and we've seen each other through a whole lot. So I would probably seek his counsel first. He can look at things objectively. He can also look at things emotionally. My mom gets a little emotional sometimes to the point that she stops making sense
Uh,
sometimes. Sometimes. Because she's emotionally invested in me. So she's never going to be the most objective person. The other person I would actually talk to is my brother, because there's really no one else in the world that knows me the way he does.
There's a good question here. It's what's Leia? What's your favorite song of Ku? And Ku, what's your favorite song of Leia?
Oh, oh man, I have to think. I'd have to think about this one because, yeah, paano kita mapasa salamatan is one. Dito ba is the other one. Like those are two like classics. Until I Met You. So it's I gotta go with I have to go with those.
How about you, Ku?
May taste ka talaga, Lea. Anyway, that Philometry is by Odette Quesada. Odette Quesada. Paano Kita Mapapasalamatan is by George Canseco. Just wanted to give them some credit. But for Lea, Gaano Kita, Bakit Labis Kitang Mahal?
Tang mahal. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's one of my favorite ones for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we show a video of Ku's
For the Broadway, you're right. I would choose the role of Kim for you. It's very emotional, and I think you really did an excellent job. And
Thank
I would
you.
not choose a Fontaine song over those songs there. Yeah, I love those, those songs.
Okay, Birdie, you were going to show us something?
Alex,
Yes.
Alexandra,
Oh,
show Ku's music song.
Okay, that brings to an end the game that we played. Then I asked several questions. Ku, you want to give us perform something perhaps so fans we can all listen to your voice.
While you're setting it up, right, there's a lot of questions that pops up. Like I know you asked a few questions.
I have it.
Miss Leia,
I'm gonna sit for a minute.
Do it po kayo, please. Sabi ni ano.
Do it.
No,
It's kind
that's
of hard with
heavy.
the latency.
I'm just reading.
I don't know if anybody understands what latency is.
Jean,
Actually,
Anuel Mariba said.
Money.
No, I'm
long
reading the comments.
Sayang, because I do a duet with my daughter of On My Own, and then I do a counterpoint of I Dream a Dream, sayang.
Yeah, actually, one of my friends just also did an arrangement for that. I did that in concert with Gerald Santos recently. He sang the On My Own part. I sang I Dreamed a Dream. It turned out pretty good, I thought. Yeah, I finally got to see it a few days ago.
All right.
A cappella? No, just kidding.
No.
These people are. So if you read this Christmas concert, please do it. Razzle dazzle. Rhea Cortel says, "Cool, love you." Oh, there.
Yeah, here comes some of the.
That's Marita said, Cavite.
Cavite.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
Alex,
folks are watching from everywhere.
Yeah.
Hi, Lenny. She's a dear friend, a very young girl. She comes to visit me here in Hacienda Isabela.
Okay, Alex, let's show a video of Ku.
Yeah, Ku, you want to describe what you're going to sing tonight?
What was that? Pardon?
You're going to describe your song that you're going to give us tonight? Should I just...
Yeah, these are... The Way We Were is a song that I love from Barbra Streisand. She was a great influence in my life in terms of placement, also how she's such an amazing um, artist, singer, actress. I mean, she's done so much. And I love this song because I chose it for today because it reminds me so much of what Aliw has done for our industry. How you have begun and how you began a long time ago. I got also an award when I was just starting. I'm just really grateful to Aliw. And as Leia said, I also am not a kind of artist that works for awards. I believe that awards come when you do a great job. If it happens, it happens. If not, because if you work for it and you don't win, then you get disappointed. So the important thing is to always, strive for excellence in what you do.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
So
it.
here now is Cool Ledesma.
Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? But if we had a chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Oh, could we? Memories like the corners of my mind, misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? But if we had a chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Oh, could we? Memories may be beautiful and yet what's too painful to remember? We simply choose to forget. Oh, it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we were. The way we were. The way we were. The way we were.
Wow. Well, lahat, daming that you just played that song, that galing, timeless beauty, timeless voice, this cool sabi, Fiza Marquez. I'm just reading all
Thank
this
you.
stuff. Bravo, bravo. Sabi ni Maya, I'll shout 4 hearts. Um, anyway, I wanna read this Facebook page ng Aaliwin Kita. There's like people that who post letters and all that. Babasahin ko tong isang nominee kasi 2 weeks ago we had the nominations na binasa namin. Sabi nito, ang Aliw Awards Foundation na dekada na kumikilala sa husay ng mga tagapagtanghal at manggagawa sa live entertainment industry ng bansa ay kinalaharan ko na pinapanood sa TV naming hirap humanap na matinong signal dito sa aming probinsya. Malabo man noon ang aming TV signal, subalit malinaw naman na nasambit sa finalist reveal kagabi ng host na si Bertie Reyes ang aking pangalan bilang nominee sa kategoryang Best Featured Actor in a Musical. Lord, alam kong tama ang narinig ko, subalit tama ba ang mahilera ako sa pawang magagaling na mga aktor ng industry na sina Tim Pavino, Odi Gamora, Pao Castillo, and Carlo Orosa? Basta alam ko, ang hinarang nominado sa larang na bibilangan ko ay isang malaking karangalan, babaunin ko buong buhay ko. Like some people, like, that's Hachi Tagaro Perales. We get a lot of messages on Aaliwin Kita page about that mga artists na who looking forward for this. December 8th is the first live award show that's gonna happen in the Philippines. Obviously, government restrictions are applied, but Aliw is doing this for December 8th. So anyway, we're back to you guys. Ang galing,
Okie
sabi ni
Yeah.
hello po Miss Leia, sabi ni Carmel.
Hey, everybody.
Amazing, actually, the people who are posting, I'm putting on the screen so you guys can read it.
Well, that's really sweet. Thank you.
Ang dami nga, like, my hands are not too quick enough to get the comment.
Yeah, they're just coming in fast and furious.
But you know what? I have to tip my hat to Aliw because you've never failed the industry to, recognize those that really, I don't want to say deserve because, you gave us this award now. But I mean, it's really a great encouragement, especially for the artists that are just starting.
Yeah.
And I know that it's not easy to sustain an awards,
Yeah, these are tough. These are tough.
Yeah.
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 This show actually was born out of because sort of like of the pandemic, and we actually want to thank both of you in behalf of Aliw kasi this being in our for being here in our small internet show for Aliw, and we hope that Aliw has helped you in some way, a little bit like a small measure or a stepping stone or maybe a tiny pebble to your success.
Yeah. I mean, as Koo said, it's encouragement. I mean, and the thing is, it's one of the very few award-giving bodies that recognizes live entertainment. I mean, there are those that recognize theater. I think there's like 2 of them that do. I can't even keep track of everybody now, but for as long as I can remember, that statue meant something, and it means something to live performers because there aren't a lot of award-giving bodies that recognize what it is we do, and what we do is so hard. It's not. I mean, there are so many performers that make it look so easy, like breathing, but there is so much training and rehearsal and figuring stuff out that goes into a performance that lasts 3 or 4 minutes. There's a lot, and there's no retake. You don't get a second chance with that audience. That's the only chance you get. So, I'm thankful, and I'm thankful. My family is thankful. My brother has quite a few statues of his own, and recognition for his part in live entertainment as a musical director. It's a tough thing, and a lot of live entertainers are some of the most underrated performers, and it's not always easy when you see your friends not get the recognition they deserve.
Yeah.
But at least there's one award giving body that will give live performers their due. And it's live performers everywhere, whether you have, a puesto in a hotel or in a lounge or in a bar, or you do musicals in, say, CCP or Soler, or you do concerts in PICC or Araneta Coliseum. Or you do whatever, whatever scale, live performing. It's unique. It's very special. And thank you to the Aliw Awards for recognizing the hard work that goes into every single live performance.
Yeah, because for some of the people who don't know, both of you wonderful ladies have had a long history with Aliw, and in some way, shape, or form, you've been pivotal or maybe instrumental to the longevity, influence, and perhaps the legacy of Aliw. So thank you.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Leia, do you remember going to the U.S. at Aliw International? I think it was
I do. I'm
1982.
gonna have to. I'm gonna switch a couple of things because my iPad is going to die. So hang on.
Yeah, charger.
All right. I do. I actually remember. I remember trips to the United States with Bert Tawa
1982.
Marcelo
Yeah.
and Gloria Manila and the late great Jomides Maturan. I remember that, and I remember going with my mom and with my brother, and yeah, I remember it was a couple of weeks in the U.S. We were in the Bay Area. We ended up, I think, also in Hawaii. I remember doing a bit with Bert,
Yeah.
Bert Tawa.
That's,
Yeah.
So
He
how
was
did you?
something when he was alive. He was
Yeah.
certainly something very special.
May kinikwento rin si Alice Reyes, my mom, about Ku always attending the National Press Club before Aliw.
Oh my God, I remember those. My
Yeah.
goodness, I remember those
I
nights.
know.
Yeah.
Si Ku also, you go every Friday, and you, Leah, too, right?
I used to go. I didn't go every Friday, but I went on a lot of them.
A lot of
And
them,
there,
yeah.
you get to watch so many amazing performers get up on that little stage, and it was fun. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
Wala pang
That's
ano.
true.
There's no social media.
It was also
Social
our
media
way
didn't
of
exist.
giving back. It was our way of giving back to
Yeah.
so many who support us. I mean, without the press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May kunento si mommy na sinabi ni may time daw Ku na you were scheduled for NPC, and then meron kang gig na nakuha paid or something, and then you chose to go to NPC instead, and she still remembers that up to now, and she's very appreciative.
I remember that very well. Yeah.
She's very thankful. She wanted me to say.
Yeah. No, it was in the beginning of my career, actually, that happened. But it's, you can't be insecure about those things because it will come, I believe in prayers. I always believe that God is the one that supplies all our needs according to his riches in Christ Jesus. So there's no reason why an artist should feel, they cannot give. If there was something that's being offered. But these people, the press, they have really helped us a lot. They have.
Yeah.
That's para sa mga unag-uumpisa, that's what was it, the life before. Ngayon, social media is like, oh,
right.
Yeah.
Especially now
I mean,
because
it's
of the
helpful, but
pandemic.
yeah, there's still there. I'd like to think that there is still something about press people. I mean, even in these days of social media, you still have press conferences. You still get to, socialize and get to hang out with members of the press. And sometimes, I don't know, in my case, sometimes after the promo part of the press con is over, you just engage in some intelligent conversation about anything. You just sit down together and you find yourselves talking about other subjects that might be relevant or even not. And that's also fun.
Leia, you have a song for us
I
think
do
people are
actually.
asking.
I do.
People
And
actually
I'm
are
hoping, I was like, okay, let me see. I'm going to put my mic back in.
sure, sure.
So give me a
You're the most.
minute because I have stuff because I'm going to do this live.
Ang
Because I
daming.
mean, yeah, because I just like doing it like this.
Yeah, na.
So
Ang daming
give me a second. I just want to do this properly.
Sige.
Okay. Everybody watching, sorry.
Okay.
Hang on.
Ayan na mga tao, para sa inyo,
Okay,
si
there we
Bea
go. All
Salonga
right.
is gonna sing live for us today.
Yeah.
Ang dami naghihintay. People from California just posted I'm California, but ayan na, ladies and gentlemen, it's Lea
Okay,
Salonga.
let me see if I can get this to work. Yep. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane where all the clouds darken up the skyway. There's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If all those little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Thank you.
Galing. So good. Do you get tired of
Your
people
voice is so
calling?
pristine.
Thank you.
You pretty much sound the same as you were when you were younger.
Thank you.
The
I'm also
5
well rested.
Yeah.
How do you think your
I've been
voice?
sleeping well. That's good. It's a good thing.
You know what? Leia and some other artists. I mean, they're really a great example to the other singers who do not abuse their vocal cords. Really, I really would like to say to the young people: do not smoke. Do not stay up. It's not good for your voice. Don't shout.
Yeah.
Oh
This
wow.
is
Yeah. Taking care of
it is a
oneself
gift
is
from God.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys don't shout?
I know how to be loud
But like if
using very
napapagalita ka,
proper
ho,
technique.
I guess you place your voice.
You place,
honestly.
and then
Yeah.
you just make yourself
Right.
loud. That's all. But no shouting, no improper technique.
Yeah.
Because
In
it
an
will ruin
ideal
the voice.
world.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because
I
you're not a
learned something
professional.
today.
You gotta be a professional. Hey, before we move on to the show, I gotta there's an we're giving away Gcash for 100 pesos for 5 responders to the question: Who was the first Aliw entertainer of the year and what year?
Oh, I
Give
might
me
know
your
this.
answer.
Are we eligible?
100
Lita
Gcash. 100
Corrales.
Gcash.
I can't remember.
Ayan na,
Oh
nagbigay na
yeah.
ng clues
We
yan.
we
Five.
can't say. We can't
Yeah.
say. It's for
Well, we can't say
the
Kalita
folks at home.
Corrales. We can't.
5 Gcash, 100 peso Gcash for 5 responders. We'll pick it. We'll announce the winners during the end of the show. So, who was the first Aliw
Birdie.
end of the year and what year?
Birdie.
Yes.
Birdie, mahirap na tanong yan. Dapat 1,000 pesos man lang.
Diba?
I know
100.
Bertie.
I don't know. The sponsor.
$2.
I know. So anyway, that's the thing. That's pang masaya lang.
Okay.
You know.
1,000 pesos. Sige.
Ayan, 1,000 pesos na.
Yan.
Because Ku said so.
Yeah. 1,000 pesos. All right. So
Where
I
did
can't
the
remember.
napasubo si Alexander. Napasubo. So do you guys get tired of people saying, ang galing nyo? Like, does it get tiring listening? Yeah. So I'll praise you. That's sobrang galing yung dalawa talaga.
Thank
like, Your
you.
voice is so
Thank you very
soothing. It's so soothing at 6 a.m. in the morning or 6 p.m. at night. It's so soothing.
At 3:30 in the morning. It's soothing.
Leia, do you have a property in Eagle Rock?
Yeah, I actually do. I haven't built anything on there yet, but I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one too.
Oh,
So
wow.
when I go there, they go like, Leia has a property here.
Yeah, I do. And I actually endorsed it for a while, but
Yes,
yeah.
that's right. A lot of Filipinos go there.
And I think they're supposed to have like good recreational
They're very
activities.
good.
I still haven't taken advantage of anything yet.
It's so private.
Yeah,
It has
private's always good.
it has two golf courses. In the wintertime, the skiing slopes is not packed because it's so private. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
not,
good. But
you're
I
not
broke my
like-
leg skiing, so I'm gonna stay away from there.
Yeah.
I don't want to be skiing
Yeah.
anymore. I think my
Save
skiing
the
days
golf.
are over.
Mag-golf ka na lang.
I don't do that either. My brother plays.
Oh,
For sure. Yeah, he does. He was the one who was raised to do that. I dabbled in it a little bit, but I don't know. I don't have much of an interest in it.
Wow.
We want to know what's next for you guys, but before that, we want to let the viewers know about the People's Choice Award, Birdie, right?
Yes, correct.
I'll just play this video real quick, and then we'll find out what you guys are doing in the future. Is that okay?
Go for it. Yep.
Hi, this is Niel de Mesa, head of the People's Choice Award for this year's Aliw Awards 2020. We all know by now that this pandemic has been absolutely terrible to the live entertainment industry, artists, venues, and performers. Kasi nga bawal ang bar gigs, concerts, theater shows, at mass gatherings. Kaya naman minarapat ng Aliw sa pamumuno ni Alice Hernandez Reyes na ituloy ang Aliw Awards kahit na online lang madalas ang mga live performances. It is the desire of the entire Aliw Awards Foundation to give encouragement to the artists that had been hit hard by this pandemic. But we want you, the Filipino people, to be involved in the process of selecting this year's People's Choice Award. Magkomento sa ibaba ng pangalan o larawan ng mga artista o mga nagtanghal ngayong taon na talaga nga namang nakapagbigay ng aliw sa mga Pilipino sa gitna ng pandemyang ito. Hindi pa ito botohan ha. Nanghihingi lamang kami ng mungkahi ninyo dahil gusto namin mapulsuhan kung sino ba talaga ang tunay na nararapat sa inyong palagay. Noong nakaraang taon, ang mga naging nominado ay sina Sara Geronimo, Vice Ganda, Lea Salonga, Manny Pacquiao, Eric Santos at Ann Curtis. Kayo, sino sa inyong palagay ang mga dapat maging nominado ngayong taon? Mag-comment sa comment section ng video na ito at maaari din kayong mag-iwan ng mga video links na nais ninyong mapanood namin. Abangan ninyo sa Facebook page na ito ang ilan pang mga updates patungkol sa magaganap na Aliw Awards. The awarding ceremonies will be held at the Manila Hotel on December 8, 2020, and I hope you are all excited like we are. So please like and subscribe to www.facebook.com/Aliw Awards. Mabuhay ang Aliw, mabuhay ang mga live entertainers at performers sa Pilipinas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's such a great day for us, Leia. You don't know how much we are so appreciative of you. And to masayang masaya kami when Alice Reyes said, and your mom, I think they're close friends as well.
Yeah.
We're so proud of you, Leia. We're like when I was researching about you, I watched all the videos that your interviews. Like we're proud as Filipinos to you representing.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
you know yung role mo na Kim. You know all this name: Eva Noblezada, Tanya Manalang, Julia Abueva, Joanne Almadila, Joanne Ampil, Maya Duffy, Ima Castro, Lila Florentino, Ron. All these girls played Kim.
Yeah.
You opened the door.
You
You broke the
door.
glass ceiling, or like the bamboo kisame.
Right.
Yes.
It feels
We're
nice
proud
to
of
be.
you, Leia. We're proud of you.
Thank you. It's nice to be credited for that, but truly, there were others that came before me. There were other Filipino and Filipino American artists that were themselves, trying to, wedge those doors open. And so without them, us being able to do what we've been able to do would not have been possible. So we owe a debt of gratitude to people like Sally Carillo, Cynthia Onrubia, those kinds of artists, and so many other ensemble people also on Broadway who were of Filipino descent, who were there before I got there. And it was just always such a thrill to be able to perform with other kababayans and yeah, and in a show like that. It was always fantastic.
But but you made it. I know there's people ahead of you who started doing, but when you did it, I mean, luckily pumunta sila sa Philippines, and they were searching
Yeah.
for the right Kim. And kayo ni Monique Wilson was
It's just destiny.
yeah.
I guess so. I mean, we can chalk it up to a lot
Yeah.
of people, but this is one of those. That was one of those experiences in my life that if I wasn't already a believer in God, that would have made me one, because it felt like there was somebody who literally took me by the shoulders and placed me on that path. That's how it felt. And my cousin, who was a dancer, a ballet dancer, felt the same way when it was about her career. So it felt like I was placed on that path for whatever reason, and I was not about to go against it, and everything just kind of flowed naturally from it once I decided to just follow and do what I think I was born to do or created to do. So yeah, so I'm very grateful for the career that I have, and I feel very humbled that that I'm seen as a trailblazer of any kind, and it's quite a daunting thing to think about.
Can I say something about that? It's really a God thing where we are. God's plan is perfect for us. But you know what it is that happened to Leia, and actually for myself, I was very close to my mother. But then when I realized that the promise of God, where it says the first commandment with a promise is honor your father and mother that it may go well with you and that you may have long life. So actually, this is what I always say to the children: follow your parents, because that's what the Bible says. Follow your parents in everything. And so Leia being so close to her mother, and really actually her mother was very, very, very instrumental in, where she is right now, and how she's, your mother really did a lot for you. But it was a God thing, that it was also your heart, that you would follow your mom, that you would have that kind of heart.
Yeah. But I was also lucky that I had a mom like that. Not
Yeah.
everyone is that fortunate. There are,
Mhm. That's
there
true.
are people, there are also people in the world who really should not ever be parents, and yet they become
Yeah.
parents. So,
Yes, right.
yeah. So, I got very, very lucky that I was born to a mom like her.
Yes, and I hope that this encourages parents, the parents that are listening, encourage your children. Don't force them to anything that God did not create them to be. Because a lot of times, they have these big dreams for their children, but it's not what they were
It's not
created.
what they were created for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was what pinapanood ko si Jokoy kagabi. That's the same thing he said. Like, oh, I'm the first Filipino comedian. I'm not a nurse because he's a Filipino. It's like sometimes kung pinilit siya maging nurse, he won't be the successful comedian that he is. So he's also encouraging people to like let your kid do what they want and support it 110%. And that's
Yeah.
ganun rin ang tinuturo namin sa like I'm coaching these kids 10, 11 years old. Do the best you can on what you're doing.
Mhm.
I told my daughter the same thing. If you want to be a garbage woman, be the 110% best
Yeah.
garbage
Be the
woman in
best
the
one.
world. You know, pick the right career and do it 110%.
Right. You will always know, the child's giftings, because she's already doing that, or he's already doing that when they are young. You will already
See
see
naman the
they are
inclination.
inclined. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys went to school. Kasi you're successful when you were young. What school in
Yeah,
your
I
life?
went to a regular school.
Regular, you did.
I got up
I
early.
went to a parochial
Yeah.
school.
And then you flew out and,
Yeah, I was in university when I got Miss Saigon.
So it's not exactly the school. It is really the person, because you can study, you can learn from books.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You can, what if there's no school? You can learn a trade, by learning from others as well.
True. It's not the school, it's the person. I mean,
Right.
when I was picking colleges for my kid, she goes to Seton Hall now. But when
Okay.
we're picking colleges, and I keep telling her she wants to go this. That's so expensive. I can't afford this. So I said it's up to you. It's you, the student. Like you could go to the
Right.
worst, cheapest college and still be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Be the best student.
Yeah, magaling. Wow, we're so proud. Ang daming nagko-comment journey. Somebody said Australia loves you.
Okay,
Yeah, Australia.
Birdie, why don't we pick the winners for?
Okay, here's the winners. You're gonna message us on the page. It's Rachel Trish Abainza, Olita Gardoque, Michelle Destacamonte, and Abigail Oliva. Mika Destamonte.
Congratulations.
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 Alexandra will give them the prize.
She's in charge.
Napasubo tuloy ako. Go! Pautang.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Sure. Send me their names and addresses.
No, just
Kaya kapag nagpapatala, meron pang meron pang bayad. Mababawasan ko my GCash.
Well, we
Wow.
want thank you so much. Hopefully, when this pandemic is over, our paths will cross.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
it was really a pleasure spending time with you. And
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Let me
yes, thank you.
before we say goodbye, let me say thank you to the sponsors: Novu Hair, co-presenter of with Aliu Foundation, Greenfield Development Corporation, Unilever, iSkin Aesthetic Lifestyle, Donors Diane de Mesa, Alma Lim, Dr. George T. Young. Media partners Manila Times, Manila Bulletin, Philippine United News, Journal Group of Companies, Chinatown TV, Wiz 31 Network, ATC Channel 31 Online TV, Beam 31 Free TV, Light TV, Happy Rich TV on YouTube, Transpotting as an ad agency partner, Philippine Star, Manila Bulletin, Net 25, Light TV, and PAGCOR.
At saka, we want to ask, what are you guys doing next? So before we wrap up,
Well, okay.
who wants to go first?
I have a concert coming out on PBS this coming Friday in the US. So you have to check your local PBS
I
stations.
love
It's part of
PBS.
the Great Performances lineup. So it's on the 27th of November, the day after Thanksgiving. And the CD is coming out on the same day. Physical product is available from Amazon. And I think it's going to be also available via iTunes, I believe, and Spotify, I think. But yeah, the streaming services should also have it.
We'll watch for
So
that.
that's the next thing.
New York, New
And
Jersey, that's
yeah,
Channel
that was
13.
my Sydney Opera House concert last year. It's going to be broadcast on PBS. Yeah.
That's Channel 13 and Channel 25 if you're in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Gerard Salonga conducts the Sydney Symphony Orchestra.
Are you still going to have your concert for next year?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I think it would depend on what the numbers look like in the US. So we've not made any determination either way at the moment. So it's a big wait and see sort of thing.
Okay. We'll just, yeah. There's two vaccines already, so hopefully it'll go down the,
Let's hope so.
Koo, you're on mute, Koo.
You're on mute. Can you unmute her?
I'll mute her.
There we go. There she goes.
We have to be careful with the vaccine.
Yeah.
We have to be careful. There's a lot of talk about
thoroughly.
And I'm glad a lot of people are watching this. We have to pray that this is a safe vaccine, because basically, there's a lot of talk that it may not be safe. So anyway, for myself, I'm painting a lot for a cause. WWF. I'm part of the auction that's happening on December 5 in Salcedo auction. It's an online auction. You may want to participate. I have 4 paintings there, and my friends. It's really to support the environment, the group that's behind WWF World
Wildlife Fund.
Yes. And then the Kalipay Foundation Orphanage for Abused Children is going to happen on the 28th, I believe, of November, and it is to raise funds for this orphanage. I have been there many times. It's in Bacolod City, and it's children who are abused, actually, street kids that are picked up, babies who they hide, it's true, from their family. And, when the pandemic hit, they were not getting as much support anymore. And there's a lot of kids there. So please help. Please help. It's going to be a concert of different artists. Yep.
Thank you, Koo.
Yes.
For your generosity. Again, for the winners of the Gcash, we're going to post it on the page because they're asking who's it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. That's why it's Rachel, Trish Abainza, Joholita Gardoque, Milka Presta Camanto, and Abigail Oliva. I don't know if we're going to post it also at the page. We are. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, I'd like to mention our Alio Foundation founder, Alice Reyes, who's really been the driving force behind Alio Awards.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you so much.
Alice.
The Alio Foundation, it's a nonprofit organization. It relies on sponsors and donation to deliver its annual award show. And really at a time like this, supporting the arts is more important than ever. And the Alio Awards has been a tradition for over 40 years. And really our entertainers look forward for these annual awards show where they can be recognized for their talents. And if you would like to be a sponsor of our weekly episodes or for the 2020 Ali Award program to be held in December, please reach out to our Aaliwin Kita page to see what kind of sponsorship opportunities exist. Finally, thank you, Birdie, and wear a mask. Be safe. Wish you all good health.
Next week's show is Lara Maiga, Audie Gilmore, and John Hoban. Lara is an Ali Award.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
they're all Ali Award. Magaling ba siya?
Magaling siya.
Yeah.
She's very good. Very beautiful and very, very talented.
Again, maraming salamat.
Thank you, guys.
Lahat na nanood. We have so much views today.
God bless you.
Group picture, group pic. I'm doing a group pic right now.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Group pic right now. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Leah. Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you
God
guys.
All right. Have a good day, everybody.
Cheers. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Aliu.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Aliu.